Artist SEAK Claus Winkler. Yeah, I don't know in which direction this video goes, so join me on the ride. Uh, yeah, I have no clue, but yeah. Um, this video is an art performance as well as a piece of art on its own, German free speech, la di da, the absence of that, and etc. So hey, I put this painting here it's on paper, in process since 2019. My ego thought 2020 the first time it's finished, but it's obviously not. And it's painted from two sides. I thought the first time it was finished, but it's still in process. And when I put it here, just a few minutes ago, from the other room to this room, I reckoned an upgrade in my mood. I became more happy, had more of a good vibe. And then I remembered, I painted this to have colors here, which create some kind of like happiness. And also it's kind of like reflected on myself, and I can deduct this from the colors I'm having here. This is the magic of colors and of emotions, and I was happy with myself here and how I'm living, la di da di da. So that was what I reckoned then in the other room when I just put this painting here. So there you're having it, the magic of color. And the question is how the sublime, the implicit, and the deeper view on art is steering everything. And that I enjoy, but this is by the way a small a, and this is an S, and this is another S. That I'm enjoying the subliminal or sublime or deeper look on art, and how everything here is steering me, us, on all kinds of levels. For example, that when I went from watching this, going into the other room, then I experienced this emotional upgrade, if you want to will. I mean, and emotions are just markers. I would put my shoes off and walk on over my painting. To be careful that nothing goes through here. Just to document it for you better, more optimal. So this is like, I would also consider the SEAK Claus Winkler effect. I'm taking up the hint with this painting in this square form environment, which is a painting, as well as the room is also a square form environment. And then going into the other room, and there I'm releasing that energy and realization that, and like I got this painting here in this room pre-primed me to then experience the full enjoyment in the other room. And the women here are like, oh, why he's talking about it? Yeah, the thing is, when you talk about emotions or emotional markers, you take away that emotion. That's the effect, It's like when you're in a certain state, maybe someone triggered you or steered you, manipulated you, nudged you, primed you, etc., guilt-tripped you, whatever. And then if you talk about it, what you're experiencing, the emotional markers, then you take away those emotions and you become stone cold, like a psychopath or like a Germanic warrior who is stone cold, wanting to achieve his goals. Anyway, but we have to talk like that. First, because we are not women. Second, we want to talk about art, and how art is influencing us, and how art is influencing the sublime, and how our perception is steered by our name, and I would say most definitely also the different interpretations of our name. For example, also the English pronunciations of our name, as well as the German one. And if you have a half Italian or anything, or Norwegian, that those connotations also has to be considered. Even though when you officially don't understand English or anything, it doesn't matter. It still works in the subconscious. I don't want to give you too much hints, because every letter you can turn most letters around, and you have also in one letter other letters also. But what do I want to say? I want to say that my paintings are always also look good from the other side too, as well as this side here. There you go. Booms. How about that? Yeah, that's nice. Black and white, black and gray, gray and white. Should I talk about color psychology? It also looks like a cow, with the black and white thing. It can be anything. So I mean, my topic is that I like to talk about and observe and deduct the sublime, the implicit, and because a lot of people are manipulating with words and using words, the state, the leftist system, people trying to gain control, people trying to get something for cheaper or maybe for more money, la di da di da. So that's one perception how to see art and how to steer art is the words people are using to describe what they're seeing, and every word has letters, and every letter is also within the colors or the forms people are seeing, or the haptic. So it's all connected to each other. And I'm here sounding smarter than I actually are, because the real smart people are the graphic designers and sales people and distribution people and copywriters, because they know how to steer and manipulate. I just appear like that maybe because I talk about it, but it's not that I know what I'm doing, or just know just a little bit. Plus, what Klaus means also, I take it away from myself. I'm stealing from myself, which is super stupid. Or I'm stealing from you, I don't know. And the word Klaus is also the word awe hidden, Awe is like always a destabilization in English, It's like awe is like awe so great, or awe so good, or awe so bad or evil or horrible or something, It goes in both directions. And this is it's used or misused, of course, or it's used always like that, like guilt tripping, shaming tactics. Hey, let's talk about something positive. The thing is that the moment if you are halfway awake, there's not so much positive happening in the Western world, which isn't the West. It's not free. Plus, but the thing is, probably you're buying my work for investment reasons or for escapism. So I maybe should talk about something pleasant. I don't know. Sounds like an imaginary female dictating what to say or what to do. I don't know. I like to maybe I'm freestyling these videos, So I should talk maybe about something sublime or something implicit, which how art is working, how forms are working, and how this is affecting us on levels we can't comprehend, or we can comprehend, or we enlighten us. For me, it's also interesting to see where my art is taking people, or how art is used, or how people are using myself, without me benefiting from it, and for me, their own little or large or whatever aspirations, and what I'm attracting. And if they do that, They may be jumping through my hoops, or maybe I'm jumping through their hoops, or we jump through each other's hoops. Yeah, so I don't know. Should I put my shoes on again? I don't know. That's Stevie. So what do you think? What is interesting for people regarding an art and the sublime? I mean, we can also talk about how something which is not art influencing people or steering people or programming people. But usually people are not so respectful, or not spending too much energy or focus on how things are programming them, which isn't art, which is stupid because everything has an influence on you. And house, architecture, numbers. For example, I remembered today, and I remembered when I was in the city, like last year or 2 years ago, I was with the bicycle around the dome, and there was like a group of German children, not children, like youth or teens, or people like kids in their 20s or something. And then the number 28 seems to be like a pro-white code, like framed as something negative from the anti-whites and from the leftists and from the self-haters and system people. And then I kind of like felt, maybe heard, that number 28 from one of the girls was surrounded by some guys saying that there in German, and it was like interesting. And I was already on a similar frequency. And then I kind of like didn't use that. I mean, what I should have done is to drive my bike over the street. I was passing them by. They looked like tourists or something, first time in Cologne. And just starting to conversation with them on that topic, and then just connecting with them. That would be like the smart move. But sometimes you learn or to reflect on this, and then you do it the second time or the third time. It's always good to connect with the right people. And this is like how people can use it. And it was just like me being on a main street in Cologne on a bicycle, looking like a masculine German with short hair, non-leftist, could like nothing subcultural or whatever on me, but one has an energy. Everybody has an energy, and people can read the sublime, especially women or females. And then I was probably thinking about certain things already, and this can transport over like, I don't know how far it goes. I know here in the area, when I'm in my garden, it can transport over like 20-30 meters or something, thoughts. And the street in the city, there was hardly no cars or anything, or no traffic on the street. Seems like also, and yeah, so this is like the sublime. There was no like art involved. It was just me and that girl with her female companions there. So there you go. There you have things in the sublime, which are happening. So what is this in the subconscious? What we are seeing here, is that a blanket? Is that a pattern? Like, what does my subconscious thinks when it sees this paper piece or laying on other paper pieces in that color? I mean, what is happening there? Because like we are, I can just reckon like maybe 1 or 2 or 3% in my perception, being a human. The rest is like going inside my brain and is working in me on a subconscious level where I have no clue what it is doing with me. And it goes around the sensor. I mean, not talking about like a leftist, anti-white, the system SOX sensor. I'm talking about like the sensor in the brain who protects you from going crazy because of getting too much information at the same time. And every advertiser knows this and is trying to go inside the brain around this sensor or under the sensor, you know. But you know, how is art working there? Especially when you're not judging, you know, when you're not like, when, you know, in Germany, the system is programming the mainstream people and the leftists and the normies into, yeah, they're shaming self-preservation, as you know, and yeah, it's like they make people like degenerate and have no own thoughts and stuff like that. I mean, yeah. So, but if you leave that narrative and you think for yourself without judging, and you do your own research and everything, and you keep an open mind, and yeah, it would be interesting which form, which color, which pattern is what archetype, and also think about in a primal term, you know, like something what we're seeing here. What has this view meant 100 or 400,000 years ago? I'm just giving you a glimpse that the human brain can read and understand and identify hundreds of green tones, multiple hundreds of green tones more than all other colors together, because we come from the sea, from plankton, from the wood, from the nature for so many millions of years, like growing from microbes to animals, then to humans. So our eyes are being able to see that. So what is our primal limbic brain or reptile brains are thinking when it sees something like that, like this form or this pattern? And how is my name steering you? That's the question. I mean, this is a question I can ask all the time. You know, where is my snow maybe? This is like white as snow. And the black is maybe tar. But this includes then already that fire is made, you know, like, and then or ash. Or maybe like where is snow as well as this color in nature and was already there like a few 100,000 years ago. That's a good question. I'm just going by like something super simple right now. Yeah, so just giving you some hints on to think deeper about art. And that's a conversation I'm always interested in. And this can go in all kinds of directions. Always remember, never in the moment you start judging something or rationalizing something as hidden judgment, you stop understanding, and it creates a fog bank or an Nebelbank or like a curtain of not understanding when you can't see it. You stop learning and you stop going deeper and understanding. So yeah. Thank you. See you in the next video. Thank you for your support.